Now let's talk about Gantt charts and project scheduling tools. So that is what we're going to discuss right now. Okay, the first thing that we need to understand the definition of the Gantt chart. So the definition is that it is a visual timeline showing tasks, duration, and dependencies in a project, right? So this one, it is more or less like a calendar. So a Gantt chart is simply a calendar, right? So it shows time, right? As well as how different tasks in a project are depending on each other. Okay, it has got horizontal bars which represent tasks on a calendar, right? Then we can give an example. Okay, for example, let's say somebody is you are trying to develop a website, right? So you can have tasks, for example, designing, coding, testing, all those, they are going to be represented by bars, by horizontal bars. Those tasks, or for example, you are building a house, right? So for example, things like foundation, wall, erecting the wall, like um, doing issues of plumbing, all those that are going to be represented by horizontal bars in your Gantt chart. Okay, let's talk about benefits of Gantt chart. Number one is that it has got clear visualization. So by the end of the day, you're able to see the overall project properly, the whole of it, from the start up to the last. So you have got that visualization of the whole timeline. From there, another one, it is track progress. So it is you are able to monitor completed and pending tasks, right? So you are able to monitor to say this task is still in progress, this task is completed, this task is not yet done. Okay, another benefit is that it identifies dependencies. So the Gantt chart ensures that tasks are well connected and they are properly managed, right? So it ensures that all the tasks which are connected, they are properly what? They are properly managed. Another one is that improves communication. So it simplifies project plan for stakeholders. So by the end of the day, the stakeholders involved in that particular project, they easily understand whatever you're trying to do. Okay, let's talk about project scheduling tools. Okay, if we're talking about scheduling tools, we need to understand that these are tools used in planning, tracking, and managing the project schedules. So that is what we call project tools. So we are going to look at the following tools. Number one, Microsoft project, right? So this one is comprehensive for Gantt charting and resource tracking, right? So a Microsoft project. So this one, it is a computer software, right? So that one, it is very good in formulating those Gantt charts. Another one, it is another software. It is Asana, right? It is also a software. This one is user friendly for task scheduling and tracking. So you can also use this particular application in order for you to come up with a Gantt chart. Another one is Trello. Trello. This one, visual task organization with scheduling add-ons, right? So it is also another application that can be used in project scheduling. Another one is Smartsheet. So a Smartsheet, it is also it is also a computer application. So this one combines spreadsheet function with scheduling features. So that is another thing. The other one, it is Excel or Google Sheet. So this one, so for example, Microsoft Excel, you can also use it for you to come up with a Gantt chart, as well as a Google Sheet. This Google Sheet, you will find it on Google, and it is just free. Anybody, as long as you put your details, you can be able to use it. It's just free, and it is user friendly as well. Okay, let's talk about benefits. Um, The benefits of this particular project scheduling tools, number one is that visualize timelines and dependencies. So by the end of the day, once you put your project in Gantt chart using these particular tools which we have mentioned, it is very easy for you to visualize timeline and how those tasks are depending on each other. Another one is that track progress effectively. It is very easy for you to track the progress, to say this task has just started, this is in progress, this is done. Another one, enhance team communication and collaboration. By the end of the day, everybody is aware of what is happening at that particular point. So there is that good communication as well as collaboration. Okay, let's talk about key components of a Gantt chart. Number one, task or activities to be completed. Number two, timeline. So on timeline, we are simply talking of calendar where you have got dates. Number three, you have got bars. Bars, I think I explained earlier on that bars, they represent tasks. Then I've got dependencies. So on that one, I've got some arrows showing connections. So you find that there are some connections in a Gantt chart. Then I've got some milestones. So milestones, those are key deadlines to say that by this particular point we're going to achieve, we are supposed to achieve this one. So that one, it is a milestone. So in your Gantt chart, those milestones, they are supposed to appear. Okay, here we have got a beautiful example of a Gantt chart, right? So as we said, a Gantt chart, number one, we said it has got tasks, right? So you can see here we have got what? Tasks. So I've got tasks from number 1 up to number 6, right? From there, we said that a Gantt chart has got time, or it has got dates, right? So for example, here dates are represented here, like for example, here where it is written start. So I've got dates where the project is starting, right? So here we have got dates where the project is what is ending. Each task, for example, task number 1, it is starting on date 1. So it can be any particular date. That can be from January 1, then ending. Let's say this one can be January 1. This one, you can say this can be February 1 or February 7, whatever, right? So that is what we need to understand on that one. As well as on schedule, on time, here we have got months. Months here are also representing time, right? From there, we also have got a work breakdown structure, right? So this work breakdown structure, they are also as good as tasks, right? Because those the work breakdown structure, they are the ones which are the tasks that you are going to do in your project. From there, I've got these bars. So this particular bar, it is for task number 1, and task number 1, it is running from January up to somewhere early February, right? Then you can see that task 2 is starting from somewhere end January it is much it is ending in somewhere close to end March, right? So the list goes on and on. So you can see here, we can see here the whatever you can, okay, you can see that the bars are black, right? Most of the bars are those particular bars are black, but you can see that somewhere else there is a lighter color, so that lighter color shows progress, right? Here at this particular moment here where there is a star, that star represents a milestone. So that means whenever you are doing your task, you are expecting that once you reach at this particular point, there is something that you are going to achieve, and that is your milestone. Then you can see that these bars are connected with lines, right? Lines, right? These lines are the dependencies. They are showing a relationship that is there in those particular tasks, right? They are showing the relationship that is existing in those particular tasks, right? Okay, how to create a Gantt chart? Number one, you try to list tasks, right? So you identify project activities. Another one, it is you try to estimate duration or time, right? How long it is going to take. From there, you set dependencies. So you set the relationship that exists between those tasks. Then you add them to chart, or that means you are going to use a software, all those software which I mentioned earlier on. Then you track and adjust. You track and adjust. Then in that one you are trying to update as tasks progress. So you'll be updating your thing. Right. Let's talk about best practices for Gantt charts. Number one, keep it simple. So it is supposed to be simple, not complicated. People should be able to understand it. Another one, involve your team. So don't do it yourself as just a project manager. Make sure that your team is involved. Monitor it regularly, right? So you need to track the progress as days are going. You need to be flexible to adjust whenever changes are needed, right? So another one, you need to be able to integrate tools. You should be able to combine it with calendars and trackers for efficiency. So you should be able to use different tools for you to come up with a very good Gantt chart, right? Thank you so much. Otherwise, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel.